Hello and welcome to this X2 video tutorial. My name is Tom Carroll, and in this video, I'm going to cover how to build lists from different modules that can be then used in bulk email campaigns. X2 allows you to build a list in one of four modules: contacts, accounts, leads, and opportunities. Notice as I hover over these, there's a list name that you can click on to build a list in that particular module. Now, each of these operate the same way. So I'm going to concentrate in this video in building a list within the contact module. So if I go and create a list from here, I'm going to be brought into that list building capability. First thing I would do is give it a name. I'm just going to give it a simple demo name. You can determine a type. Type is either dynamic or static. Dynamic allows the list to keep building as entries or entities in that module, in other words, a contact, meet the criteria, it will be added to the list. A static list is one that you have to actually put that contact onto the list for them to then participate. So let's do a dynamic list here. We can assign it to a particular user if you want to. Visibility being public is typical. And your logic type can be an and or an or. One or the other you choose. So for instance, let's say in my contacts, I want to do something simple like segment by city. I want to find out all of those contacts that are in Denver. And I want to then send an email out to that list. So I go ahead and click on create, and there's, in looking at all my contacts, these are those contacts that are in Denver. Now I could go even further and segment that more. Maybe I want to get it down to, in addition to city, where did they come from? Where was the lead source? And wanted to look at a specific lead source in that city. So for instance, let's say what came from Google in Denver. And if I go and save that, now my list gets even smaller. So you can get as granular as you want for these lists or make it as broad as you want in the list. Now, once you have the list, then you can go ahead and use that in an email marketing campaign. So that's one way of building the list. And remember, the same thing will work within contacts, accounts, leads, and opportunities. One thing I might caution you is that each of those modules may have different fields in their module, and therefore there may be different attributes to be included into the email campaign. Therefore, you might want to name, for instance, AA demo came from contacts. You might want to say contacts AA demo. Or if it came from the lead module, you might want to say leads at AA demo. Now, there is one other way to also build a list for a email campaign. So I'm going to show you that real quickly. If I go to the contacts module, when you go to a module, you're always presented with our list view. And within your list view, you can go and filter to find exactly what you want. So let's do something similar to what I did before. Let's say I still want to get all the Denver people. So I'm going to put that in the filter line, and there's that list in Denver. Now I can, again, go further, and I can narrow it down to lead source here, lead status here, choose what I want. I can show other fields within that grid view and bring that in and use that as a filter value. But let's say this is the list I want to email to. I'm going to then go ahead and choose all of them. And notice once I choose all of them with this, checking this box up here, the More button opens up. And when I click on More, I can create a new list from selected. Now this list is going to be static. It's not going to give me the opportunity to do a dynamic list as I did before. But if I go ahead and create that list, I give it a name. Let's say I'm going to create that. Now able to use that. Notice when I look at this list, it gives me a button up top that I could export it to a CSV file in Excel, or I can also email the list right from here. If I click on that, it's going to take me right to the marketing module to allow me to create that email campaign. I'm not going to go further with the campaign. We'll leave that for another video. But what I wanted to show you today is how to very easily create different segmented lists to allow you to send bulk emails specifically to those people that you want to target.